Okay, so we have here a picture of an ellipse. So you've heard of an elliptical machine because your feet are making that kind of oval shape pattern. So sometimes you might refer to it as an oval. Okay, in an ellipse, there's a center. Okay. And then there's a distance this way from the center to the outermost edge. And that is called A. And then there's this distance from the center to the outermost edge in the other direction, and that's called B. Okay? We do things a little bit, these are called conic sections in math, and you can learn more about them if you take, I think pre-calculus you have to take. Okay, so, but for our purposes, we just say, okay, there's an ellipse, and when we know those measurements, we know the distance from the center of the ellipse to the largest edge, horizontally or vertically, and then the one from the distance horizontally, then you can figure out the area. So we are using pi here, and then we're multiplying by A times B, and that's going to give us the area then of that ellipse. Okay? I'm not going to do an example, it's just multiplication. Okay, now an elliptical tank, think of that ellipse then, here's a picture that I found, think of that ellipse, and then you're stacking those ellipses, okay, like one right after another, like a townhouse cracker, those oval crackers, and then they come in like a tube, right? Okay, so you still have the A and the B. They switched it here. They've got A going one way and B going the other, but it doesn't really matter. Remember, multiplication is commutative, and it's hard to draw these, and so I just pulled this picture. So they have the length as L. But that's the same thing as the height. So that's going to be our height. How long is that package of crackers? And then we're going to use an uppercase A and an uppercase B, but it doesn't really matter. It's how your textbook labels things. So, and this is what your textbook uses for the variables. Okay? But again, it's all multiplication. You're just taking the volume is going to be in cubic feet, cubic meters, something like that. Okay? All right. So let's put units on this. The volume will be in cubic feet or cubic meters. I don't know how much metrics you're going to use. So far, everything I've seen has been like in feet. Up here, that was going to be square feet. Okay, so an area is a square measurement. A volume is a cubic measurement. Okay, so that's all we're going to say about those, and that'll be fun to do.